taking the moment, starting all over. Wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy. It's easing my mind. I can finally breathe when I'm closing my eyes. I never realized what I just could do, but now I know I'm better off without you. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing. Taking the moment, starting all over. Wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy.
Did you cry when I found you in the night? Staying up till 5 a.m. Told me you and him were friends. Woke up in a burning home. Blame myself, I should have known. There's still no place, sealed our fate, buried in the catacombs. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays. Guess my darling changed her mind. Talks my heart on. Too afraid to find that you changed your mind from sleepless nights. Was I part of your design? Push me till I broke alone. No one heard my heart explode. It's a suicide dive, just knowing you would die and question everything you know. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. Said you love me till my heart decays. Guess my darling changed her mind. And talks my heart on. Setting fire to the life we made. Such a fucking waste of time. dark's my heart online.
There's a beauty in the way you're worn, and the sharpness of your thorns, so vibrant in the imperfections. In the pain there's something real, all that anger so concealed. Still you're lost in how to feel, just let me hold that severed world. The pieces feel so cold. Tears won't bring it back to life. But hate will always grow. There's a beauty in the way you lay, and the way your color fades. You stand out now with your imperfections. Oh, it was never meant to fall apart. It was not supposed to cause us harm. But these days, all I do is wonder, is about another we could start again. 'Cause in the pain there's something real, all that anger so concealed. Still you're lost in how to feel, just let me hold. Oh, that severed world.
I guess I can't grab that window. Fine. Come on.
But hate will always grow.
Okay, so I got my theme switcher working. Reloads the way bar now at the same time. That's nice. And we have firewall working with the power line. This info. We have it working with directories. Well, added the LSD command, which gives you these icons beside the directories versus just LS would just list them without that. And so basically when I type SL, in simple terms, I've got it programmed the alias, so LSD TAC A is what it's actually doing. That gives you this. So if you didn't like all your hidden files shown or anything like that, you wouldn't do this. But I mean, if I'm in terminal, that's why I'm there. I'm after one of those config folders, not my documents or downloads. Makes sense to have that. See, the theming works quite well. The Pywall program is friggin' amazing. For such a little program, and what it does is pretty awesome. Basically, as we load these wallpapers, show you. These are all the wallpapers I've loaded through it. It loads it, and then it creates the color scheme, which are all created in these different folders here. So like Kitty, you put that in your Kitty terminal config. One here labeled Waybar. used for the way bar. If it's not in the list, you basically just use this one based on depending on what you're doing. You can see their colors. Shift that. And then it loads the wallpapers to memory. So if I was to click on one of these, we could technically change the order of these numbers here, which would change the layout of colors in the scheme. So if you didn't like the layout, or it had too much of one color, you can change that. I left one of these where I didn't like the color layout. I can show you how that works. I'm just kind of running through the different wallpapers, give you an idea what it does there. Colors. I'm not setting these colors, it's doing all this itself. Can tweak it though. Probably babes. Man, it's really just cycling around in the same wallpapers more than this. That's the other problem is that this is just picking a random. So it just selects any old one out of the folder, which I don't really like, but I guess in the way, if this was my main setup already done, I'd only have probably 4 wallpapers in there, so it wouldn't be that bad. This is the other wallpaper I like. This is really nice. Looks good. Excuse me a second. Someone's pulling my chain. Okay. Different colors in here as well. And you can change the color layout into, well, actually when you go into the wallpaper colors and you do make a change that changes the way bar, depending on how you make that change, change the colors on your power line as well. So you got to be careful of what you're doing, unless you wanted all that to change, of course. But what you'll notice is it's 0 to 15, but it actually repeats itself. See there? So if you grab the color usually up in this the higher numbers, use that to change one of these colors is your best way, because you by default use these first few colors. Do like that wallpaper, and it's catchy. So yeah, it does a nice job. We can find a wallpaper here where I already changed this one. It had like, oh, was it this orange? The god awful yellow. Change that. Oh yeah, that's right. I never did fix it. See how I made that change, but it took that nice red away from here. Haven't fixed that. Yeah, doesn't look that bad there. It looked horrible in the way bar. Does a nice job, right? Like none of those I made changes to. Come on, something we haven't seen. This one I could play with. Not digging that up in there. That is, let's see. Probably not. Okay, so this one here. And what I do is here. That's right. Password protected. And then we go into color picker here so we can get an idea. The hell? Oh, I think because some of these rivers don't exist anymore. Something. So that's going to be the background. That'll be dark. Usually. And I just gotta kind of get a beat on what colors are here. So we're after that fish. Water. So I get there.
Wake up to the sound of thunder, like a whisper in my ear.
Right.
I can see the stars reflecting.
Unfortunately, we gotta cycle back up to it. Oh, this is the one I wanted to change. Oh well. Another one of his favorites. Good. Got a little bit too much purple going on in it. Go. Come on. Forget what pitch I'm looking for by the time I get there. I've seen this one how many times? Ooh. I don't think this one's popped up yet. Is it? Good. Take that darker yellow and apply it up into there, but like that. It's just not gonna take it for you. Come on. Come on. Holy crap. You gotta be kidding me. Thank you. There we go. It's changed. See how the terminal made out. It looks good. Looks good. Something else you'd notice is Pywall is added to actually the border of the windows. So inactive is this one here. This is the active window. You can see it goes red. But not only that is it's using two colors. So you'll see a more of a red up here, and then it shifts into like a lighter purple down here. See it on the full screen a little better. The smaller the window goes, you can see it. Red here, purple over there. So that's another little tweak I've added to it. Pywall's working with directories, power line, way bar, borders, pulling all that. And I'm probably going to see if I can make it work with my file manager. I stop now. So there, slightly just made that simple little shift inside the colors here. The one color we liked, shifted it over to it. It's like I already tweaked a few colors in. Anyways, we shifted 4 and 10 around. 10's here in the order now. 10. Let's change this color here. We pulled it from up in the higher colors. Left the terminal intact. Nice color layout still. Shifted that. See the red, the purple. Quite nice. It's got the red up on the border here, purple down here. Shift. Yeah, it had something. I shifted that gray into it. Like basically all reds or something up. The other thing I did to the terminal, so when we CD into something, leaves a space. We LS, 2 spaces. The way it keeps everything clean as you're going along. Not all jammed together. This wasn't hard to do. And everything you're seeing here, I've built it up. I haven't, other than installing the program, no somebody else's config files here. It's all mine. So far, it hasn't been hard by any means. A little time consuming at times, but I've not found it overly difficult. I even went as so far as like this power line had time, date, and everything over here, which I didn't like. When you shift the old one screen terminal window back in the day would have been fine, but when you're in Hyprland and you're moving these windows around, you got this piece over here, it doesn't know where to be, it's just cluttering the screen up. So that went bye-bye. That picture just shifted out of the corner. Huh. Not that you would have turned to that maker. Typically, this smallest want it at any time, so it's probably not a problem. Yeah, so I got rid of that. I even went over to the nerd fonts there, changed the fonts out with icons out here. Got the user Neo instead of the shell showing here. I've just inserted these on the left and side of the execute time. Hard. So we might not have seen it. That's my app launcher here. And when you first install this, you just got like a basically big old white box with text in it. To get it to where it is right here would take me from scratch again an hour, maybe. Idea, not that hard. That hard. Oh. And let's change the theme again. So that's what you can do with the wallpapers and adjust the colors to suit things a little better. Doesn't quite get it right. I do notice in some of them like one of them was all red across the top, bright red. I was like, whoa, gotta change that. So far using Pywall's been pretty easy once you get the hang of where you got to put all the files for it. You know, just adding these things to your kitty and your way bar and stuff like that. Wondering. Background. That left. Thinking. Oh, it's just pretty. Just pretty. Pretty. Here, pretty. It's just pretty. Pretty sweet. Oh, I hate that I took that color. Oh, the random things really tweaking me. I gotta do something else. Set the pictures one to whatever. I like that one. Looks good. Oh, I guess you can't set Pywall up to work with Unar. Interesting. Well, this will be interesting. This is Thunar. I've selected Thunar in my Wolfie app launcher here. WOFI, not the ROFI. Both these are the ones recommended for a Wayland Hyprland setup, or I think where it's how they work with Wayland. And yet, and in the Dotfiles that I'm using on my main rig, transparent here, this is a VM I'm building Arch and Hyprland out from scratch, which will become my main rig at the end of all this. Yeah, this is my main rig here. My Linux for Work Dotfiles. Appears to be like lagging. My Linux for Work. If you want to turn the key and use Hyprland kind of situation, I highly recommend these. I like it. It's cool. It helped me learn my way around Hyprland, but building out my own Dotfile, happy with that and how it's going. This guy's done some nice work. I mean, where he shines here is all the GUIs that he created. I say this in every video I do, showing this because he's done lovely work. You don't like having to, you know, you're nervous about working out of it inside of a terminal for your settings and that. With this, you don't need to worry about that so much. You do a lot of your customizations changes right in the GUIs he's provided, so definitely recommend checking that out. My Linux for Work, get that off of GitHub and YouTube. He's got tons of videos on it. Shortage of information on it. I decided to have this build as my main because it's all mine. I'll know where everything is in My Linux for Work. For me to do anything to that terminal, I would first have to find the config file, and I've give up. I've had enough working with other people's stuff. I would rather I want to know where all my stuff is, and this way that will be this would be nice to customize this. Okay. Allows you to create GTK theme based on Pi-wall color schemes. Depends. Okay. CD into that. Oh, I haven't installed. Yeah, try install. Yeah, because I have 5 packages installed. The hell? Okay. Weird. Not installing it. Eight. I had installed packages. Weird. It's installed. Do 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 do. Again, not someone else's Dotfiles. I've created this all from scratch. I would say scratch. Just load the programs and then configure everything. So I guess doing all the configuring. Not overly difficult, just a little time consuming. But I think in the end, having your own build and knowing where all your stuff is and knowing it forwards and backwards and sideways, way to go. Never populates the friggin' wallpapers that I'm actually after. Ugh. That random crap is... Okay, still going. Crap. Yeah, shortcut. Huh. Yeah, I don't think I actually finished my keybinds. Guess I should at some point. I'd like to change that color, but to work with there. Oh, that purple there. Good. There we go. This one looks so fucking clean. Oh, that's nice. That's just pretty. Pretty. Okay. Yeah. Oh, we're just doing stuff. Done that. Okay. That's done. Big. Do it. Again, you can see the windows orange up in the top left here, purple down in the bottom right. So I've got it configured to use 2 colors there. Pull the file up at some point here, show you what that looks like. Give this a reboot. Make sure my audio is working. Done that. What's up? Huh. Okay, where are we here? This is pop. What's this? He's saving. That's sense here. So find out why this is popping. What the hell is this? Wallpaper. This wallpaper. Save it then. 3. Sure, I blew 3 out the door, but let's have a look under. Do that anyway. I know 4 is not in there. So I don't know where they're popping from.
I promise you this, as long as you're looking, you'll see the signs. Just for a moment, a flash of light, you'll never forget. I heard you crying aloud, and a part of me cried with you. I finally see why all me tears fall out of you.
Weird font.
Can't escape from this pressure inside you. But tonight
Fonts for hide your terminal stuff, files. Okay, are we back? Nope. Right. Yay. Wow. Wow. I swear this isn't gold. So stunned. There it says. Oh. I guess whatever. That was the other thing I still gotta do is add the blur effect. Blur and the brightness effect to the terminal. To work with the text a little better. Go too dark, you can't see some of the text. That background. Too bright, then text the opposite. Fine balance there. Yeah, man. Installed. Yeah. Packages. Move and all that. Yes. Failed to install. To install the package.
Blame it on me. You're just too scared to be lonely. No one's safe from the reaper. Not a saint nor a sinner. Rage under my skin, slowly descend into madness. Let it spread like a virus. Be a friend with the violence. There's blood on my hands. Somebody save me.
Tried to remove the last time. Else. What the F? Owned by Bandito. Existing files. Well, I'm sure if we just remove them. Package has already been built. Installing existing packages. Package. And that.
Serious.
That. That. Clean up leftover. Cannot remove. No, so do that to the end. Again. There we go. That type of conflicts. Done. Good. Good. Okay. trying to get stuff installed here so I can see if I can get Pywall to work with my file manager, Lunar. Because why not? We got it working with the waybar, got it working with the border colors. Oh, I was gonna show you. Remember, that's the other thing. Remembering where I put that config folder. Just so you can see kind of the formula. See here, the dark orange shifts to the purple. It's literally for the little bit of extra code in there. That's totally worth it. It's very little, few lines of code to go. So there it is there. There we just go right into that file. That's it. I created the file. This here. And pulls the colors. Else I had to put, well, I think right my height. Right, I didn't need to create a file. That's what it told me to do. And we put it. Huh. It's weird, I don't remember having that's just the same line repeated. Well, that's weird. I think those are, I don't remember putting all those, there was just the 2 lines. Hard to tell if it's working on that. Yeah, it's working. I don't know where those other 2 lines got generated. It's still working. I knew it didn't need all that. I don't know. This is all you need right here. That's all that's doing that. That whole config for the borders border width, everything that's right there. That's all it's control. Well, that's because yeah. Where are we at? Gotta Yimp and fix this. I don't know. Must be AI that made it. Been smoke looping out of the eyeball. Knock that out. Wait, the program. Or staring. Just likes those papers. See, this is all the wallpapers that are in there.
I feel the gravity pull and it keeps me awake. I would rather be here, lonely in space. I've made up my mind, I just wanna be free. I live my own life in a new galaxy. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy.
Look. Four in there. this is repeated. Yeah. Did that. Thing like this.
I can feel the memories fade, seizing my mind. I can finally breathe when I'm closing my eyes. I never realized what I just could do. And now I know
Well, maybe we've got 'em.
better off without you. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky.
Alright, let's see.
I wanna free
Wow.
fall into nothing at all.
The hell did I install?
Taking the moment, starting
Free theme, imagine. Oh.
to be free and live my own life in a new galaxy.
It's taking a minute. Oh boy. Holy crap, what are we doing here? Well, I might call it at that because I beat. Update. Before I got too much further down the road. Basically just show power lines done. Set up the way I want it. Bars working. The way I want it. It's all my creation here. I just fetch. I have this, the image all in the same folder. I can move that to a different build if I want. Nice file. And I figured since there was things like fetch, fast fetch, symbols will have repeat fetch. Clears that egg problem. There you go. Fetch. That's Reap's Waybar. Reap's power line. It's all mine. Mine. Oh, and that wallpaper back there, it said Reap on it. That's mine. So, yeah, I got a couple other wallpapers that they're generated many hours of prompting AI to get it somewhat right. That one actually it nailed pretty good after about the 10th prompt. But those are technically mine. I pulled them off the internet. I created them. This thing just seems stuck in whatever land. Definitely is doing some TP pretty good. 30 gigs of RAM. It's in a VM. Actually doing something. There is life on fucking Mars. Oh, it's like watching paint dry.
Dark's my heart online.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm probably gonna have to call this. This is for a point. But we're gonna add, the goal here is to add Pywall to this. And I'm gonna see whatever else I can customize inside. I basically want this to be black. You have to color up inside here, past here. To go with the theme? Hey, why not? A little overkill? Needed? No, not needed. Well, as a matter of fact, most of this stuff is not needed. You were just going for, I need a system up going, I want to use Arch and I want to use Hyprland. I need it going today. That's totally doable. I could literally have this thing up and going in like 4 hours. All your programs. You know, the basics of everything that you need to do what you need. Everything else is either eye candy or preference, you know, oh, I'd really like it to do this, or that stuff you can just do as you go. But this whole thing of like Hyprland and needing Dotfiles off the GitHub that someone's created to use it, that's something we gotta break, because that's just not a thing. You can load Arch and Hyprland, and when you do the Arch install, and it now has Hyprland there, it does come with a file manager. It uses Dolphin, funny enough, which I don't know who put that together, but Dolphin should have been the last on the list of file managers to use inside of a Wayland/Hyprland build. You want Thunar and use their Nautilus, and it's still, Thunar was still #1 on the most recommended for file manager. So, but anyways, it does have some stuff right out of the gate installed to work with, so you're not completely without. I just installed Dolphin and installed Thunar, set it up. Like seriously, like the time that I have in setting this up is in the customization, which is not needed at the end of the day to get your work done. Just nice. And really the customization, you just do this as you go, pick away at it. It doesn't change your workflow, it's just eye candy. I haven't installed a lot of programs on here, but I don't feel there's a lot of things to config. Do that. Hyprland's just the desktop, it's just the, it's not the backbone. But if you watch enough of these Hyprland videos and guys talking, you'd swear to Christ that there's just no way you're gonna install Hyprland and get up and going. You could best head over to GitHub and get some dot file from someone. Complete horseshit. Then again, back in when I first looked at Linux, the big sales pitch was, oh, and there's still those Linux douchebags out there that'll be pushing Mint on you or pushing Ubuntu on you. You shove those up a dead dog's friggin' arse. If you want to have a bad time in Linux, yeah, go fire one of those units up. Full workstation, Mint, Ubuntu, please. Doesn't even. It's just a bad time waiting to happen. You want stable. If your concerns are stable, they'll tell you Debian. I'll say Debian. You're going to use X11 with it, not Wayland. And whatever desktop you want, knock yourself out. But it's going to be Debian with X11, not Wayland. As soon as you add Wayland to it, that's newer. That's not stable anymore. But at the end of the day, I've used Debian. I used that for 6 months. It's also what my dad's been running for the last year, and Arch has been more stable than Debian at this point. I've had less problems with my Arch than the Debian. So I think that whole thing way old school talking of, 10 years ago if we were talking about Arch, probably. At this point, I have no fear of Arch. It's been absolutely bulletproof at this point. So really for me, you can just take everything off the table. There's just Arch. Whatever desktop you want. That's preference. Or as an OS, it's going to be Arch, it's bleeding edge, and it's any programs that come along that are newer that I want to run. I'm not going to have a problem. With Debian, oh, it's stable, but it's 4-year-old software that's running. Okay, so that means 2-year or newer software most likely not going to run on it, and if it does, it won't be a good time. So that's my rant. So sick of these, Linux got themselves up on this pedestal of elite, whatever they think they are. But they're feeding most people dog shit, and most people aren't going to go over to Linux if they listen to the douchebags telling them to fire Ubuntu or play around with Enter or whatever. Like, you're just not. Pop OS, all the same. Pop, Ubuntu, that is all driven by Debian. And that's what kills me. It's like you're literally, someone took Debian, stripped down, did whatever to it, and bundled up Ubuntu or any of them, and went, oh look, well, why wouldn't you want the original and build it out your way? Debian. I think there's a lot of people who think Ubuntu and that they're their own little thing, and they're not. They're somebody else's little thing. It's really just Debian, Arch, and the one-off Fedora. Because if you wanted Linux and you wanted to game and you just wanted to install and turn the key and go, you don't want to do crap with anything, Bazite that runs on Fedora is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Freaking games that will run on there. It's whatever they're doing a hell of a job, because there's just games that will run in that system that can't do with other Linux builds for whatever reason. The fact that they got the Steam OS kind of layered into it is it's phenomenal. But anyways, that's my rant. That's my setup so far. Not really how-to videos. They're look at the noob, see what he can do. Why aren't you videos? You're looking at Linux, you want to roll with this stuff, you think this is cool, like just do it. I just made the plunge one day, and I'm not a guy running Windows with a Linux VM set up here, trying to portray myself as a Linux user, because you've got those little posers too. They got you sucked in that they're running Linux. As soon as the recording's turned off, you can be sure as shit a window closes like this, and they're sitting inside of Windows. As you can see, I am not in Windows. This is all I run is Linux. I do have a Windows VM with GPU pass-through, so if there was something that I needed to run, like my AutoCAD or something, I can still do that, but I do that all within Linux. I have different VMs for stuff, but I've got a work VM that's Windows, so I need work. I got this one here that's Windows, GPU pass-through, which again, only those elite Linux guys could figure out GPU pass-through. Well, I'm here to tell you, dumbass tradesman did it. You can check my other videos out, you can see that worked just fine. I won't steer you with that and try to... No, I'm a Linux user while I'm, cutting the camera off and using Windows. That's not happening here. I despise Windows. The Windows couldn't pay me to use Windows. I'm just bored. way more fun in Linux. And you're gonna find that doing this stuff really works. I enjoy it just as much sitting here tweaking this out that I do firing up a game. Some nights I'd rather do this. So, a lot of fun in my Linux. And I'm excited to get this done. I do. You basically wipe my drive. Build that's on this VM right here will become my build. Ready? So, with that said, he's out of here. He's late. I don't know. Been a long day. I'll show you that. Work on that file manager and get it all customized. What happens from there? Have a good one.